Hello, I'm Simon, and I was going to talk about The Witcher today because I'm a gamer, I'm a book reader, and I like TV, so I'm covered on all three fronts there. But to be fair, the one I like the most are the books, certainly. But the games are something that introduced me to this world. Amazing, amazing world. Low on magic, high on combat, high on politics, just has that modern feel and hard relationships, but not cheesy ones, really. And but let's start with the games. The first game I played is Witcher One. It's back in the day. It's not as soon as it came out, but very little time after that. So as a game, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed alchemy. I always found alchemy as an interesting concept, and I searched for a game that includes alchemy, and that's how I stumbled upon Witcher. And Witcher One has an amazing story, but it's not a great game. Later on, Witcher Two much improved in terms of decisions, in terms of gameplay itself, interface, and everything. But it doesn't have the same world feel. And then after Witcher 2, I started reading the books. And which one captured the world the best in that sense? Because books are amazing, it's dark, it's gritty. Witcher 2, even though it's dark game as well, I don't feel same things I feel when I played Witcher 1. But for the books, you start with the short stories. Not the greatest fan of short stories, really. I like one coherent story. But I guess when it all started, it wasn't a plan to be such a big series. It's seven books. Seven? One, two, one, two, three, four, five. Oh yeah, we have another one that came out recently, which is another batch of. No, it's between the first and the second book. It's called Season of Storms, but I don't care for it very much because, yeah, it's not part of the canon. I mean, it is, but it's not really. And I really like some characters from these books, especially Milva, Cahir, and Regis. They're amazing, and I fell in love with books. Really, those were the best books I read at the time. There's some competition nowadays, but I wasn't a huge reader back then. But with Witcher, I started to read often. I won't say every day yet, but that came later. But that's what reintroduced me to this world. And something else that I will say, that I'm so glad I read the books before I played the biggest game of them all, The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Because there are some spoilers, heavy ones. It can, I mean, books are great either way, but it can ruin the book for someone. So there is a, I don't want to spoil or anything, but there are some things in the books that are said in the games, but they're said in Witcher 1 as well. But you can avoid it. Nah, you cannot. But I forgot about those things. Recently, when I replayed Witcher 1, I said, wow, so many spoilers. It felt like fan fiction at the time. And it was actually. The developers were a big fan of The Witcher, that's why they bought the rights, that's why they made the game. Witcher 3, I really like. It's again not the same feel as the books, it's a different thing. And I hate when let's talk about series when people are angry because Geralt doesn't have a beard. Geralt hates a beard. He doesn't want to grow it anywhere in the books, if I remember correctly. But there was some outrage by the fans because Geralt doesn't have a beard in the series. The series is not perfect, but it's hard because the first season covers the short stories, and it's not a coherent story, and you need to cover it in a series to make sense. I'm thankful it's not a movie. Movie would be much harder to do, but there's some great things about the show. There's some that are just average. I don't think this series will be remembered as the best, especially from the book fans. But I'm happy that people that are not book readers and they are not gamers, most my family and friends, are introduced to this world, and I'm glad for that. So, what I want to say is, I don't know. I just liked that I started reading. This was my intro book to the reading. So, I guess little advice: read, people. You might enrich yourselves. Thank you. Bye.